Even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are checking a series of situations that occurred. Now we are featuring a particular lady who was walking on the road, and then a guy was yelling at her and telling her how to dress, and she was really like shocked. So we're going to check out some series of situations that women have had to encounter, people's thought about what happened, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, let's get into this video.
My advice, love. I'm gonna wear something a bit more feminine than that. Not do yourself any favours there, love.
What the heck?
Sorry, I didn't ask for your advice.
As in?
Well, like I say, something a bit more pleasing on the eye might do something.
Huh?
That is so inappropriate to say to someone.
There's no need to overreact. Just say.
Oh?
And then clothes all grey and big baggy pants. You could wear something
What
a bit,
the?
a bit more pleasing on the eye.
I didn't ask for your advice, so...
Just a bit of friendly advice.
I mean, why would you think that's
Who
appropriate to
asked you?
say to me? I don't know you. You don't know me. Why would you think...
observant, so I thought, you know...
You know, women don't feel safe walking alone is because of assholes like you.
Well,
It
no
really
need to
is
take
because of
offence.
assholes like you.
No need to take offence.
I would recommend
Overreact.
never
What do
speaking
you
to a
mean?
woman again if that's how you talk to
Oh,
them.
calm down, love. Anyways.
Yeah, whatever,
Have a
kid.
nice day, yeah?
You. This is why women feel unsafe walking alone, or they don't want to walk near men even because of things like this. Like, I can't believe there are actually kids out there who think they have the right to talk to a woman like that, or talk to anyone like that for that matter.
I started rummaging around the kitchen for paracetamol. No paracetamol. Realised I didn't have anything. So he comes down the stairs like almost 7 o'clock in the morning, and I said to him, I've been awake all night. And he's like, why? I said, I'm in so much pain, like I can't explain how much pain I'm in. It's so bad. And he was like, oh. And I was like, I need you to go to the shop and get me paracetamol because I don't have any. I don't take paracetamol. I never have. I'm just not that person. I'd rather suffer through the pain. So like period pains and all that, I never pop pills for that because I thought, well, what's the point? I don't want to depend on it, right? So I didn't have any. So he literally looked at me and he was like, well, I've got work later. He was like, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I've got to be at work at 2. I'm going to wake up at like 1. No, he's like, I'll wake up at around, he said around 9:10. He was like, I'll go then. And you know, me, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Well, like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like this. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It only hit me when he walked up the stairs and went back to bed. That's when it hit me that, like, did this guy actually just go back to sleep? He went back to bed. So whenever I say I feel like he hated me, you lot, is not like an exaggeration. Genuinely, I actually deep that this guy actually hated me in that time.
Because I have to prepare
this woman is in the hospital right now after giving birth, and her husband is complaining at how inconvenienced he is. Listen.
I have to be out of my environment. I have to be away from my TV. The food I want to eat, I can't get comfortable. This chair is not that comfortable. This is a dual process, okay? When you're delivering the baby, okay, fine, spotlight's on you. But in the meantime, it's supposed to be give and take, you know? I'm supposed to be comfortable too.
So it doesn't matter that I've actually taken the drugs that are making my body like get ready to prepare this human being. I'm on 3 hours of sleep because I couldn't even sleep last night, but you're inconvenienced and you're uncomfortable.
You have a bed. You have a bed. Look at the chair.
Do you know how?
Like an animal.
Are you kidding
Do you know how
me?
uncomfortable this bed is?
It looks alright to me. I mean, there's a mattress. I haven't even got a mattress. I got who knows who's been in there. Wait, I think I figured this out. How to move it now.
Poor you.
Oh, Sam. Now we're talking.
So now you're fine.
I'm better. More better, more better, more better. You better not be filming this. Turn this shit off.
Don't touch me.
I don't even have a pillow. Who knows who sat here? I could get lace.
I come home after a 13-hour shift, and this is what my kitchen looks like. and my unemployed husband, where we have one child who's at school from 9 until 5, just decided to drink 8 beers, just chilling at home by himself. I am tough.
Okay.
Side note, these dishes, they've been in there for 2 days.
I would rather feel moments of loneliness every day for the rest of my life than to end up in a relationship that drains me. I will never do that again. I will never do that again. I will stand my ground on that. And I will have people ask me if I'm 50 years old, are you ever going to get a boyfriend? And I will say, no, not unless, like, he's worth my time. I won't. You have a boyfriend yet? Are you talking to anyone? Anybody catch your eye? I'm like, no. Obviously not.
They're lying. No. Oh my god.
What's going? Okay, I think she says she caught cheating. I cannot blame this one.
No.
It's just a weird thing. Ooh, you're making me freak out. The baby's not mine.
No?
Carrie Burner?
She's not pregnant.
She's pregnant. She sent me the fucking screenshots. Are you fucking serious? What the fucking cheater, bitch.
What's your age?
41.
What's the hardest part about dating at 41?
So I think the hardest part for me, I like women that are younger, typically around 10 years younger than me. You know, that's kind of like my sweet spot. And it's just...
Well, hold on. Why go for a woman who's 10 years younger as opposed to one that's the same age?
Man, I like them tight and right. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I don't like to see signs of aging. I know that's so superficial, but that's what I want. I want somebody who is physically super attractive to me, and then I want someone who doesn't have it all figured out yet. I don't like to deal with people who think they got all the answers. You know, those are very difficult people to deal with.
So you want a woman who lacks experience so you can show her the world and teach her things?
Absolutely.
But what's the problem with a woman who is already like experienced traveling to different cities, countries, things of that nature?
I don't think anything is wrong with it, right? It's just not for me. Like, I want to be that person to experience those first with you. I want to be that person that, hey, when we go to this city, I know all of the dope spots. Let me take you everywhere. Let me show you everything. Let me blow your mind. Let me be associated with, like, your first everything.
Even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure.
What?
If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
What is that? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You have kids. And if you don't have kids, you're a failure.
Oh.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born there to do.
Oh. No.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow. Fuck up, shut the bow, bow. Shut up, shut the bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Bow.
Worst thing that women can do nowadays is to think that having a career and children are something you could do simultaneously. The people that say that are often people that do not have children, and then the people that do have children are often the people that have to hire nannies to take care of their own children.
So the solution is basically going back to traditional masculinity and feminism.
Absolutely. There's an undermining of the female role and the importance of motherhood, and the complete and total exploitation of it, undermining what it is. That right there is how you make a society weak. You undermine how damn important it is for a woman to just rock the cradle. You want to be exhausted? Work your 9-to-5 job, and then show up to children, and then have to meet the needs of your husband. You're going to either resent the thing that you show up to do from 9 to 5, or you're going to resent your children and your partner.
Where did money come from?
Well, you won't know. You won't know. And now you know why. Because you.
No, because you won't let me work.
You know, I'm really starting to understand that for some men who want these traditional stay-at-home wives, it's not about the love. It's not about the furthering of the family. It's about control. Because you will have this woman who is beautiful, who has devoted her life to you and the family, and you break her down. You strip her of everything that makes her her. You take away her joy, her happiness, and then you restrict her movement and her ability to succeed. I don't understand you can say you can love someone when you financially abuse them, you strip them of their independence, you break down their self-confidence, and then at the end of the day, you wonder why they don't want to sleep with you. Oh, and a lot of y'all talk about it's just cooking and clean. I cook and clean all the time. I don't like doing the shit. It's not hard work, and neither is a lot of y'all jobs. But it's monotonous work, and it's mental stress. Also, especially when it comes to having kids. Some of y'all can't be around your kids for longer than an hour without you either blowing up her phone or telling her to come get them. The argument is not whether or not you at your job and what you do is important. It's about appreciating what the other person in your home and the other partner in your life is giving up so that you can achieve your dreams. Because guess what? If she leaves, all this cooking and cleaning, you're going to have to do that shit anyway and work. And if you think that she can't go out here and find a man that can replace the one thing that you pride yourself on, and that's a check, you got another thing coming. Appreciate her, or somebody else will.
My ex-husband started making, once he finished school, then he was making decent money. And then, I always kind of just worked little part-time jobs because my priority was my daughter, right? In our house, he was always raised that, the man is the head of the household and, he's the provider and the, in charge of all the finances. And, because I was so young when I moved in with him, I
17.
never had my own bank account. My bank account was a joint, he's like, here's your debit card. And but then they track everything. Yeah. And I mean everything. When I had no control financially, I'd start to be like, well, I'm going to go buy a shirt. And I'd have these little acts of rebellion where I'd put $20 on a credit card. And then he'd make this big, huge deal about bailing me out. I'd have a $200 credit limit, and I'd be like, "Oh, I need help paying my credit card because I'm not working, or I'm working. It's going to joint, and then I don't know where it's going." Yeah. So I'd be like, "Oh, can you help me pay off my credit card because now it's I owe $200 and I don't have $200." And he'd be like, "Oh, I guess I'll bail you out again." And so then I'm like, so then you get in your head, you get this whole well, I'm awful with money. Yeah. It's I'm not awful with money. I just don't have any. My whole support network was of the mindset that well, he's your husband and he's making the money. So, you know what I mean? So you're just kind of oh, okay, I guess that's normal. And then, then you start trying to get out of it. And you're like, well, this is not normal.
Okay, so we've seen what some of the women have shared, some of the things that have happened to them. I would love to hear your own thoughts about what you've watched. So please leave your comment in the comment section. You could talk about the one that shocked you, the one that you can relate to. Now, personally, the one that I'm still thinking about is the woman who was postpartum, I believe, and she was asking for paracetamol at 7 a.m. So it means that she spent the whole night, she said she spent the whole night in pain, and he didn't even know that she was in pain. And then when he wakes up at 7 a.m. or when she wakes him up at 7 a.m. saying that she please help her and get paracetamol, and he's saying, oh, he has to sleep, but that he's going to work at 2 p.m. When she said he was going to work, I thought maybe, okay, he's going to work at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. so he cannot quickly go out and come back. Even though that's not an excuse, it's for his wife. He can quickly go out and come back with the paracetamol. But 2 p.m. from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. that he was saying that he has to stand up and prepare for work. That is about 6 hours. So he's telling me he cannot step outside for 30 minutes or 1 hour to get his wife paracetamol. That shocked me. That is being mean. And she said that at that time she thought oh no, this guy hated me. It's not she thought, he hated her. Paracetamol for your wife. You cannot go out for a job that you're going to start at 2 p.m. Wow. That is just amazing how some men are just horrible human beings. This is why research has shown that when a woman is chronically ill, she is more likely to get a divorce because the husband will not want to take care of her. He will not feel like she's offering him any services again because she's chronically ill. Meanwhile, when the man is chronically ill, there is less chances of getting a divorce because the wife would take care of him, take care of the house, take care of everything, even financially, because they might not be able to provide financially, and they will stick beside their husbands. But you don't see that with the men when the wives are chronically ill. Now, I'm just remembering the man who his wife, I'm trying not to get angry, who his wife was in the hospital, was about to deliver that child, and was complaining that he's out of his environment, is inconvenienced, he's not sleeping on a mattress, he has to sleep on the chair. And I'm reading the notes on the video, and I see that she had a blood pressure of 200 over 130 and she was pregnant. So definitely that was eclampsia in pregnancy, and there was no how she is leaving the hospital at that point. Even for someone that is not pregnant, you have a blood pressure of 200 over 130 and you appear in front of a pharmacist, in front of a nurse, in front of a doctor, you are not leaving that place till your blood pressure is brought down, because that is an emergency. That's a dangerous thing that's happening in your system. So definitely she might not have planned to deliver the child at that point. It might not even be a delivery date, but the fact that our blood pressure was 200 over 130, there's no how she was leaving that place. So it's an emergency. He's not even bothered that our blood pressure was at a dangerous level. It could affect her, it could affect the child, their daughter, not another child, their child. And he's more concerned about who he's brought out of the environment that he's used to. He's not sleeping on the bed, she's sleeping on the bed. He was even saying, you're sleeping on the mattress. Where is she supposed to sleep on the floor? Someone that wants to deliver a child with a blood pressure of 200 over 130. It's just amazing how some people think. Honestly, it's not like I'm surprised, because as a pharmacist, sometimes you see some things, you hear some things. It's just like anytime I hear it, I'm just like, are you people for real? Are you for real? Like, he was talking and I was just getting angry. I was just getting angry. It doesn't make sense. Then the other lady who was talking about financial abuse because she was majorly like a stay-at-home mom, and the other guy that featured the clip of a woman who was getting attacked by her husband because she's a stay-at-home mom. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I am not a fan of being a stay-at-home mom. I personally cannot be a full-time stay-at-home mom, and it's based on my experience seeing what my mother lived through. I personally would always want to have my money as a safety net, because I don't trust anybody. Also because of what I saw my mother endure. Like, if you've been watching my video, you know that she suffered financial abuse from her male partner, and I vowed that it's never going to be me. Now, recently I was just seeing a business card that my mother made when she wanted to venture into another business, and I remember that our first attempt at that business actually failed. She was trying to import things, and if those things had worked, if that business deal had worked, she would have gained a lot of money. I think when she noticed her partner was not encouraging her and giving her the support in being financially independent, she took the decision to do that deal on her own, and it failed. And he used that thing to taunt her for years, which I don't understand. Personally, I've done a lot of things that have failed, that did not give me what I thought it was going to give me, and it is okay to fail in some business ideas or in some business deals. It's not the end of the world. It's not most people have failed in one business or the other, especially those that are business moguls. They failed in one enterprise. Failure is not a thing that you would say, oh, because the person failed, the person is this and that. The way he attacked her with it. Now, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw someone doing it and I was like, okay, I will do it. And I felt like I could do it. The person was doing it, I could do it. And for the first year and a half, I didn't even know what I was doing. First year and a half, I was just pumping money into whatever I was doing, and it was not giving me the results that I had hoped that I would see. Now imagine if I had a partner at that time and the person was telling me, "What are you wasting time doing this thing? What are you doing there? What are you doing?" and the rest. And I had stopped. I would not be where I am today, because from 2022 to 2024, after I created a second channel and I did something, I changed my content, I have made more money from the YouTube channels, just Google AdSense, and my business that is linked to my other channel. But I've made more money from up to 2 years than I've made in the past maybe 5 years as a pharmacist. Now, if I had stopped, I would not have seen that I have other things that I like or other gifts that I could use to bring money. Now, the content I initially started with, I'm not fully doing that. Even on the other channel, the content I initially started with, I've changed. It was not bringing what I wanted. It was not having the effect that I wanted. And I changed. It did not make me a failure. But it's just how he hyped on it for so long that I don't think she eventually did anything like that again, because she definitely would have been afraid that it will fail. And when she doesn't have the support, and the person that she was attached to it was already trying to bring her down in her self-esteem and everything, she didn't do anything like that. And I understand, because having lost a lot of money at that point and not having backup, it's scary. It's scary. At least with me, I was like, I would do it. I did not have anybody telling me you can't do it, and I did not have anybody trying to subdue me or trying to lower my self-esteem. Even though at that time I had a bit of lower self-esteem, but I was still continuing to do it. Like, even the video that I had millions of views, if you watch it, it's my highest view video. My face was horrible and I was afraid to show my face like that, but I was like, I'm going to do it like that. That video was done in 1 year. I did the first part in July, I think June or July the previous year, and then after looking at the footage, I was like, let me just finish it and upload it. I did the second part the next year around July or May, and then uploaded it. And that video just all of a sudden one time just started increasing and going up, and I was like, what's going on? I didn't really do a lot in this video. Why is it going like this? Why I'm seeing hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views? I think about now it has 2.9 or 2.5 million views. I'm like, wow. So imagine if I had somebody saying, oh, what are you doing, this and that? Nobody said anything, nobody supported me. But imagine if I had extra person telling me you cannot do it, why are you showing your face like this and the rest, I would not be here right now. And I would not, like I said, I've made more money with my channels compared to 5 years as a pharmacist. Anyway, that is my thought about some of the situations that some of these women were in. I would love to hear what you think about what you've watched. Do you have any opinion? Did anything trigger you? Did anything shock you? Do you have any experience similar to some of what has been said? I would love to hear your own experience. I would love to read it, so please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.